Welcome back to Court TV Live. We are bringing you coverage of day one in the drowned wife murder trial for Paul Hicks, happening in Ohio. He's accused of killing his wife Regina back in 2001. Let's go back into court now and pick up testimony with his sister on the stand for the state.
I'm going to show you some photographs. State exhibit 1A, 1B, 1C, 1G, and 1K. What have I placed in front of you?
What have you placed in front of me?
Yeah, what are they?
This is a picture of Regina. This is a picture of my brother Paul.
So what exhibit is a picture of Regina?
My glasses are over there. I cannot see. But I'm sorry. This is Regina. 1A is Regina. 1B is Paul. 1C is Montana, which would be their son. 1G is Jansen Phipps, which would be Paul's girlfriend at the time. And 1K is me.
You can just wear them. So this is, I'm placing on the screen now, State Exhibit 1A. And you've identified State Exhibit 1A as being who?
Regina Hicks.
And did you know Regina Hicks?
Yes.
And how did you meet Regina Hicks?
My brother was dating her when he was in high school.
And what was Regina Hicks's maiden name?
Rose.
And did she have any siblings?
Yes.
And what are her siblings' names?
Chad and Chuck, Charles.
Okay, and do you know them?
Yes.
And how do you know them?
Through school with Chuck, and then Chad, not as well as he did Chuck, but through Regina.
Okay. And what type of work did Regina do?
She didn't work much. I know she sold Avon for a while.
State Exhibit 1B that you identified, who is that?
That's my brother, Paul Hicks.
Okay. Back in 2001, did the defendant work?
Yes.
And where did he work at?
CSX Railway.
And you know what he did for CSX?
I do believe he was a maintainer.
Well, what's a maintainer?
Like an electrician that works on the signals, the arms that come down at the tracks.
Okay. And State Exhibit 1C, you identified as Montana Hicks?
Yes.
And Montana is the son of who?
Paul and Regina.
And State Exhibit 1G, you identified that as who?
Jansen Phipps.
And 1K?
That's me.
That's you. Okay. Now, do you recall the defendant and Regina living in a house on Route 99?
Yes.
And what happened to that house?
The house caught fire and burned down.
And where did the defendant and Regina live after that?
Dale Street.
In what city?
In Willard.
How long were they on that property in Dale Street?
I'm not really sure about the timeline, but they were there for at least, I would say, maybe a year. I'm guessing at that. That's just, I don't know.
Okay. And where did they move after Dale Street?
To another house on Dale Street.
And how long were they there?
Not too terribly long. I would say 5-6 months maybe.
And at some point in time, did they separate?
Yes.
And where did the defendant live after they separated?
My brother?
Yes.
He moved in with me for a while.
Okay. And could you describe your house to the jury?
Pretty small house. 2-bedroom, small kitchen, small living room, very tiny bathroom.
And how many bedrooms?
2.
And how many baths?
1.
Was there a porch?
There's a small utility room. There was a slab for a porch out front and like a cement slab for a porch out back.
Okay. And what color was your house?
Oh, it was white.
So when the defendant lived with you, where did he sleep?
On the couch.
And would Montana come over your house?
Very rarely,
Would Jansen Phipps visit?
sometimes,
And why would she visit?
because she was seeing my brother.
Do you know Donna Cox?
Yes.
Who's Donna Cox?
She was one of his girlfriends while he was married.
And when was the last time that you saw Regina Hicks?
Probably 3 or 4 days before she disappeared.
And how was it that what do you last remember about seeing her?
She brought me, I think it was Avon over. I'm pretty sure that's why she'd swung by, but she also swung by to see him, my brother.
Okay. Did you observe any interaction between Regina and Montana?
Yeah,
And how did they interact?
she was a great mother.
Do you know Steve Gates?
Yes, I do.
And how do you know Steve Gates?
He was good friends with my brother.
And when was he good friends with your brother?
Before Regina's murder.
Was he good friends with your brother after she was murdered?
Yeah.
Did Steve Gates ever come over to your house?
Yeah, he used to come over all the time.
Now, where were you working in October of 2001?
The Willard Moose.
And what were you doing at the Willard Moose?
I bartended.
And that's a social club?
Yes.
Where's that located at in Willard?
State Route 224.
Did you attend the defendant and Regina's wedding?
Yes.
And what was your role?
I was the bartender.
You were the bartender. Did you work on October 18, 2001?
Yes.
And what happened when you came home?
I came home to a mess in my house, and I was headed to the bathroom, and he tried to cut me off. And
Who's he?
my brother. And he said it was a mess, I would be mad. And when I proceeded to go to the bathroom anyhow, his muddy clothes were floating in the bathtub. He had been trying to clean them.
And how much mud was in the bathtub?
A lot.
Have you ever seen that much mud before?
No.
And was there mud anywhere else?
There was traces of mud in my house, yes.
And who was at your house when you came home?
Steve Gates and my brother.
And what were they doing?
Steve was sitting on the couch, and like I said, I think I surprised them both because I got up earlier than normal. So I never had a set time, and just whenever I wasn't busy, I would close it down.
Okay.
So
So